even in COVID, I think I was one of those people who would do all the health.
I feel you though, because especially with TikTok, people are always like, "This helped me heal my gut."
Yeah, this one deep bloats. This one
girl, I ate sea moss gel for a month because people were like, "This is gonna like give you the best skin, and you're gonna like grow hair and." Hi, welcome back to another episode of our pod.
Yeah.
I'm Tiff at Take One for the Road.
I'm Nina at Psychofood, and this
is
Just One Bite.
So I think today what we wanted to talk about is how being foodies has maybe affected our health journey, and how maybe we've managed what we put into our bodies, and how we've just been really devoted to living a healthier lifestyle while also making food content, because that's not easy.
Yeah, I think we just really want to talk about like our relationship with food, because it's especially hard with us, like obviously making content all the time about all of our food adventures and stuff. But I feel like we really, I think, had to find a balance of what we, like you said, put in our bodies and stuff, because sometimes like we don't really have a cap or boundary of what type of food that we eat. I feel like me and Tiff are really open to different kinds of foods, and it doesn't matter if it's like super healthy or if it's like fried galore, you know. But I think it's been especially hard because we're always doing like collaborations and stuff where if we're trying to do work, we're having to eat.
Yeah, eating for a living is not easy. It's very tempting to want to eat more, and when you work in a field where you're constantly given free food, just having like that discipline and self-control, like having to learn that over the years was challenging as well.
Maybe we can explain first what kind of eating habits we had before we started doing our food blog, and then maybe the people can see like the difference a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to go first, or
I mean, either one.
Okay, go first.
I think when I was younger, I was a pretty like athletic kid. I think I was in swimming, and I had to eat a lot because I would be like swimming in competitions all the time, and I used to swim for like the city of Las Vegas and then for the state, and I was like in club swimming, and that was like my whole life before. And as a swimmer, you have to eat a lot to get all those carbs and energy before a meet. And then I know even before, when I was like little, I remember my mom like feeding me pasta at night because that would help me have so much energy like when I have to wake up in the morning for our meet. And then I think when I got older, my eating habits kind of changed because I had to adapt, obviously, because I wasn't working out as intensely as before. And this is me as like a kid, like in maybe like prior, like, or like high school and below, where I was going to swim practice for like 2-3 hours, you know, like 1 hour would be like conditioning and a couple hours for swimming, like actually like in the water. So imagine that like every day from like Monday to Friday, and then maybe competitions on the weekend. It's like quite a lot, I would say. And then I think once I really was focusing on school, I obviously wasn't working out as much, and I think my metabolism as a kid was probably good. It was still like intact, like prior to like, or like in high schoolish, or prior to high school, I don't know, like so my metabolism was still going. And then I think it finally caught up when I was in college, where or maybe like end of high school, like early college, I felt like, oh, I am slowing down, my metabolism is like not matching. So my decision was like basically like not to eat as much, which probably isn't really good for me, I think. And I would literally like go to like do days where I would just eat like 1 egg a day, or like I give myself like 2 eggs like a day from like Monday to Thursday or something. And then on Thursday or something, I would like get Korean barbecue with my friends. So it was like very like off balance, and I wouldn't say that's like a super like healthy lifestyle. And I will say I was like I lost a lot of weight when I was in college, obviously because I was eating one egg a day, and then I think my friends like just started noticing like, oh, you need to like eat more like in general, because I was getting like too skinny. And then I think I just like obviously just was like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna hang out anyway, so we're gonna like eat. And I think I was able to gain weight back before, but then I feel like now like I don't have, or before I didn't really have that balance of like incorporating working out in anything that's not like swimming, because I didn't want to swim like every day like the way that I used to. And then I think when I got out of college, I was trying to find ways to like work out. So I was like so into work doing that like Chloe Ting, you know, like the girl who like did the at work the YouTube videos. And I was also really like into Blogilates too before. Like I love Casey. She's like such a good like influencer. I actually met her like at one of her like fitness events. Like it was called Puppies and Planks. And
gosh,
so
fun.
yeah, and so she like hosted this event, and then some other like like fitness influencers. And then we would work out at the LA Historic Park, and there's all these dogs and stuff. And so I actually volunteered too at that event. But she was super nice. But yeah, I was like into like Blogilates, but obviously from coming someone who is avidly like a swimmer, and then going to being very like couch potato, and then trying to find it out, I think by me eating a lot then to not really eating a lot really like messed up my metabolism. And I mean, everyone like, it was in college I think, and they all had like kind of whack eating habits, but I definitely think that's where it fluctuated for me. And I think that's what had made me like gain a lot of weight afterwards. And especially now after like college, like it's been quite difficult being older and your metabolism isn't as fast anymore. But it was a little difficult. And then now it's just a bit different, but we can talk about that after you explain how you feel like with your relationship with food.
I think growing up, like I said, like you said, like your weight fluctuated a lot. My weight fluctuates a lot. Like sometimes I feel like if I look at food, I'll gain 5 pounds. But my relationship with food growing up was really chaotic, kind of unhealthy. I think especially middle school, high school, I started, I was always really active kid, right? Like I did the swimming classes, the taekwondo, like dance, ice skating. I was very active. But when I think I started middle school, high school, that's when my relationship with food was really unhealthy, because I went to a high school that was very challenging, very stressful. I was up till 2-3 in the morning, studying, working, doing homework, and then I'd have to get up at 8 a.m. to go to school. So, and then it made it hard to juggle extracurriculars as well. So I wasn't as active. I was constantly stressed, and because I was stressed, I would stress eat, and I'd be eating unhealthily, like just unhealthy foods. And also just like I would constantly need like a midnight snack or something. I would be eating bowls of cereal at midnight and like hiding in the garage eating so that my parents wouldn't find out, and my dad was kind of hard on me, but I know he meant well, and he definitely encouraged me to be more active during high school, and we would go on like runs and walk to help maintain my weight. So that was always really hard and challenging, because I always felt a lot bigger than my peers too, because I wasn't like stick skinny. And that affected my confidence a lot as well. And then moving into college, I think college was a little bit better because I went to Santa Barbara, and everyone's pretty active there. You ride your bike to class or you walk to class.
I can see that.
Yeah, and then there's just more opportunities to go like hiking in nature and things like that. So I was still stress eating during like while I was studying, but at least I was kind of getting my steps in by walking to class every day, so it wasn't too bad. And then it was after I graduated college, I started working for EY, which is a Big Four public accounting firm. And if you don't know, it's really stressful, especially during busy seasons where I was working from like 8:30 a.m. to 1 a.m. every day. and you're just stuck in a room all day long, and you can't really exercise, you can't do anything, you don't really have a life. And so I think I started to gain weight around that time as well, so it was a little bit hard. But then, you know, I was trying to still eat healthy, but it's not easy. And then I think after I left that job and went to a different company, had a better work-life balance, I was kind of able to get my health a little bit more on track. And just like that was the first time I moved out and like lived alone with no roommates, you know, so I had to learn to like cook. And I think cooking for myself helped I was focused more on like what I was putting into my body.
That's good.
Because I had to like make my own food. And around that time, it was like 2019, and then 2020 COVID hit. And I feel like for most people, they said they gained weight during COVID, but I actually lost 15 pounds during COVID. Because I could like work from home, and then I would like exercise at home because there's nothing to do, and I live by myself and you can't see your friends. And then that's when our Instagram blew up, but the collabs were a little bit different during COVID, you know, like you're not getting that much food yet because we were just starting. And it wasn't, I think, until 2021 when things started to open back up. Me and my friends were going out, eating out, drinking. That's when the weight started like piling up again.
Yeah. I feel like we were all like catching up after COVID. Yeah. Because we were making up for all the time that we were just at home and doing like not going out and stuff. So that's a good point, because I forgot that as a factor, because we just missed out like on a couple of years of life. Yeah. We just want to go out.
Exactly. So I was going out, eating out, and still kind of maintaining my weight, but then I fell into like a relationship that maybe wasn't the most healthy relationship. Like it was kind of toxic, and I think that itself brought a lot of stress onto me. And when I'm stressed, I stress eat, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think I was at my heaviest during that time, and definitely unhealthy, unhappy, stressed. I just wasn't in a good place in my life. But I think, you know, but then after that, up until now, I guess things have changed. We can go into that now, but it
must have been difficult. I feel like it's hard when you're seeing like other people, and then you're like, oh, how come my body isn't like that? But that whole concept of like all bodies are different is like I don't know, I feel like it was very hard for me to like understand, because I'm like, there's some people out there like I see like they're working out and they all look like the same, but it's not until like I actually like look at people and I'm like, you know, they actually do have different bodies despite them like being like certain like levels of athleticism.
Yeah, like we could be eating, like I don't eat that much. Surprisingly, like people were surprised, but it's like I could do the same workout as other skinny people, eat the same amount if not less, but I'm still always just gonna be bigger than them. And it's just like our body chemistries are so different.
Yeah, you know, and it is, our body chemistry is different, and like your genetics plays like a really important role of like how your body is shaped. Like for example, like I'm Filipino, right? And Filipinos, I feel like we all have really large calves, and I'm not someone.
I'm like, I'm like calves right now.
I'm literally like, bam, you know, for my calves, and I feel like it's just a trait for Filipinos to have very like larger like calves, and just more of like a very like fit leg, I guess, if when they like work out. And before, like when I would see my classmates, I'm like, oh, they're very like petite and they're like very skinny. And then like I always like because where I had gone to like middle school and stuff, there was a lot of like Asian like Americans around me, and then like I think for them they have a specific view of beauty, and then I also feel like their body like chemistry or just like body is a little bit different than like Filipinos, where a lot of them can be really skinny like K-pop idols, and then for Filipinos, like I feel like we're shorter than like most Asians, and then our legs are a little bit different. We might have a more like stout like posture sometimes, and I just didn't really clue that in. I think that, oh yeah, my legs could never be as skinny as hers, or someone else. until I was like a little bit older, and then I was like, oh yeah, for me, like I grew up as a swimmer, so I have like a little bit wider shoulders,
Yeah.
and then I think my frame is a bit more squarish, just in general. Not like I don't really have that much of like an at all really of an hourglass like figure.
Same, yeah.
But my boyfriend actually helped me like understand it, because he's a gym bro.
Yeah.
So he was like, I remember him like asking me like, okay, so what would you see as people that you would want to like look like? And I sent him like a couple of pictures of like fit people that I think like, I'm like, oh, I really like the way their body looks. And then he was like, you know, like, here's how your body is a little different than theirs. And he did it in a way that I think it was much nicer, but he was like, see how her like shoulders, they're more slim than yours, and then you have more of like a broader back, but then that makes you capable of having more of like a Dorito back. But then also like I could have like a frame where it looks like the disparity between my like waist and shoulders could be like a lot if I like work out. And then he would show me like, oh, and see how you like your hips, it's more like this shape than maybe someone else who's like this shape. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see like what you're saying. And then we found someone who was a bit, or like just found like images of girls who were more like fit for my like body shape. And I honestly like don't think I like include really like that part of my body as like other people. And sometimes I would look at people who even have like a shorter torso than me, or they might have longer legs than me, and I don't know why I was like obviously they look beautiful, but I don't know how I could have that in my 5 feet myself, you know. So yeah, I feel like it's kind of a hard thing to grasp about body shape.
And I think it's hard, especially when you're younger too, you know. And image matters so much at that age, like in your head. Like now I think when we're older, it's like we kind of understand things better. But yeah, I think back in the day I was always like trying to compare myself. Like all of my friends around me were so skinny, so pretty, and I'm like, I just felt like a fat whale next to them, you know. I know, but now I understand, like, you know, like I'm doing my best, and I'm healthy, you know, and I may never look like a stick, and that's okay, because I think everyone is beautiful in their own way.
I feel like that internal like dialogue about being like satisfied with the way you look, and like beauty comes from like within and stuff. Like I think that was also really hard to grasp as like an adult, because you're so used to thinking one way, and then you have to really find this self-acceptance of yourself. But yeah, I feel like when so what do you, but I think you look really good now, because she's been like Tiff like the like a couple weeks ago she was like, you reached your Pilates.
Oh yeah, my
2-year anniversary.
Yeah, I've been doing that very consistently, and I've been trying to get my steps in every day. Like I'll wake up in the morning, go on a walk before work, try to go on a walk after work, and just try to be more mindful about the foods I've been putting into my body, just so that, you know, just to balance everything. Since, you know, when we do go out to make content, sometimes the food we're eating isn't necessarily the healthiest thing, so that it's all about balance. But Nina's been doing great too. She goes to the gym consistently as well.
I think I wish I could do Pilates, and maybe that's something I'll try this year. But
you should come with me. I'll take you.
But I actually go to this really nice gym in like near me, and I got that membership because I was like, if I'm gonna go to a gym, I'd rather have a gym that looks really nice and I want to go there, instead of just like dreading to go to the gym. So I like endure the cost of how much it is. So I won't say how much it is, but I will say it is not just $50 like for the membership,
but it's worth it, because at the end of the day, it's like when you get a good workout in and you're going to the gym, like you're never gonna look back and regret it. You're never gonna regret like the workout you just did and the money you paid for that workout, you know.
So like at my gym, I mean, I guess the shift of the way I've worked out like as an adult, I definitely have my boyfriend to like thank for it, because I asked him so many questions. I'm like, I think you're definitely more mindful and you can casually integrate like the health in you. But for me, I'm like, oh my god, I need magnesium. I need to eat this vitamin, and I need to have like this, like I need to drink chia seeds. And then I'm like, I'm like so, if I would be describing myself, I would totally fall into all the holistic like health thing, like everything. I was like, even in COVID, I think I was one of those people who would do all the health.
I feel you though, because especially with TikTok, people are always like, "This helped me heal my gut."
Yeah, this one deep bloats. This one like,
girl, I ate sea moss gel for a month because people were like, "This is gonna like give you the best skin, and you're gonna like grow hair, and it gives you like covers 92 of the essential minerals you need."
I did that too. I was like so
I did
into
not see a difference.
I know. I should have shut up, but or shut my eyes. Not shut up. I should have shut my eyes basically. But I was on TikTok. There was this one where you mix like lemon and then you put like cinnamon and then water, and it was just there's something else in it too, but it was pretty disgusting. I was like, I don't know why I drank that stuff. Like I would drink it, like they said you drink it every day, and like you're
because
supposed to
we're
feel
willing to try anything.
Yeah,
you know that
like,
we think could possibly help
God.
us or work.
Yeah, and they said it would help you debloat, and I would believe it a little bit because of how much water intake and stuff. But and then I mean, tea comes from is a specific thing, and some people really integrate that in their life. But I was making my own tea concoction, and I don't know why I like really was doing that for ages, and yeah, but I think working out now is different because my boyfriend, like, he's a gym rat, so then he really prioritizes eating enough and like protein. And
yes, protein. That's what I had to learn, was eating more protein.
Yeah, because
so I would be full.
Yeah. That's basically kind of what it is.
Carbs, and carbs does not fill you.
Yeah,
like Carby Barbie.
Mm-hmm. I did notice that for me, I've like really I think I've always been like this. I don't eat a lot of rice, despite me being like Asian, and I don't really like eat like a lot of noodles and stuff.
Oh, that's so good. I wish I could be more like that.
I mean,
actually.
I still eat them.
Self-control.
I still eat it, but then I think how much I'm like putting on my plate, I probably don't eat as much. And I think for my boyfriend though, he kind of had to like really, I had to ask him so many times, and it was just like ingrained with me to eat enough calories too, and then also to like eat enough protein, because also if you're like not eating, that's pretty bad for you. And I think that's what happened to me, where I like really messed up my like metabolism. But if you're not eating enough, your body's just like screaming for help.
Yeah,
so
it needs energy, it needs its nutrition to function properly. So starving yourself is also like a very unhealthy relationship to have with food.
The way that we thought about it was like, well, okay, like if you're thinking about how if you're not eating right, and then your body like has protein, your protein sorry, let me think about it. So your body, if you're hungry, right, and you're craving like food, your body's gonna be craving like anything, whether it's protein or carbs. But then let's say that you're not really eating as much, your body's gonna hold on to everything that it can, whether it's carbs, fat, or like protein. But then when you work out, your body is like retaining the protein and it's burning off all the carbs, which is what it's like meant to do in its job, because you're working out burns fat and stuff and burns like the carbs, and you're burning energy. But then what is left in your body is protein, which makes you lean. So I think that concept was just so hard for me to grasp. Like, okay, well, it's true though, if you're not eating anything, your body's like, I want food, I need to retain anything that I can get. So if I don't get protein, I'm gonna keep on the carbs, like that's what I see it. And I think once I had that in my head, it really clued in for me, like, okay, I definitely need to still make sure I'm eating, but you're right, making sure you have the right nutrients, because I think that's something I'm still maybe I'm at this point, I already know what nutrients to eat, but I'm too self-conscious of what nutrients I'm eating too, because I'm like, do I get my vitamin B, do I get this, and I'm like, I don't need to stress too much about it.
So like, let's take it back. So when you first started doing the foodie content, like how was your relationship with food when that, like, your Instagram blew up and everything?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, at one point did you start to realize, like, oh, I need to, like, do something about it, and then, like, you know, get these vitamins in or these, like, proteins in? Like, how was that
relationship? I feel like I think you touched on it earlier, where my relationship with food was like, if I was stressed, I would eat. So, like, despite me, like, going out to eat, I would still, like, eat again or something when I'm at home. Or maybe, like, I don't really eat, like, the leftovers or whatever, or I'm at collaborations and I eat all the food. So my mental mind check was to moderate how much I'm eating at collaborations. And I think people might find it a little weird, but sometimes at collaborations or even, like, other things I go to, I probably don't eat as much. This is not including vacation, but like in general, like going out and stuff, I might not eat as much from the food that is at the collaboration.
Yeah, people think we eat it all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, well, we'll, like, try some of it, a little bit of each. And then I feel like you and I are the same, where we literally drop it off to our friends.
Yeah. I do that all the time.
Because we don't want to waste food.
Yeah.
But we cannot physically eat all that food. It's too much.
Yeah. And then for me, like, when I'm making my content, I'll be honest, like, I'll probably eat, like, a couple bites for, like, the camera, and then I'll probably move on to the next dish, and then I'll, like, figure out what I want to eat after I film, but I most likely will not finish it, or I'm just gonna give it to someone else, because there's no way it's gonna fit in my fridge. Like,
or our stomachs,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, but I think that's, like, one hack, I guess, that we did, was just to be more mindful of what we're gonna be eating at the collabs, and you don't have to be entitled to, like, finish everything. And I don't think there's a harm with taking things for, like, leftovers for home.
Oh yeah, no, like, you don't want to waste the food.
Yeah, there's no shame in that.
And you can feed your friends and your family and, like,
or yourself later.
Yeah,
too,
exactly.
You know? Yeah, and I have my handy dandy air fryer to thank for all the food that
an air fryer is, like, probably one of the best investments you can have as a foodie.
Yeah, I feel like that was really important to, like, remember, and I think that's, I guess, a little thing of how to not eat as much at collabs and stuff. But for you, when you went to collabs, were you, like, hesitant maybe to take some of the collabs now, or were you
now versus before? Before, I was taking everything when we first started, because I wanted to build my portfolio, wanted to build my connections, and I think I was just so excited because the concept was so new around that time, especially during COVID.
Yeah.
And restaurants reaching out, and I remember sometimes, like, I would schedule 5 collabs in K-Town because they'd all reached out, and I would go to all 5 in one day.
Oh yeah.
Pick it all up, you know. I would go eat, film, pick it all up, and I literally physically was so full because I was eating at every restaurant, and then I had so many leftovers that I would, like, either keep for myself to eat the rest of the weekend or the week, or I would, like, give it to my friends. But, you know, back then it was different. I was just trying to take as many pictures as I could.
Yeah.
Now that I've, like, built a more established following and just, like, a better portfolio and just being more mindful of my health and my time, I think I'm a little bit more picky about who I choose to work with, or not even just, like, you know, just, like, being mindful of, like, distance, the time it takes to drive to some of these places, you know, because some places are in OC, I live in LA, so I have to really coordinate the times, and just, like, even gas money taking into consideration, because at the end of the day, like, we're getting free food, but I'm spending my time, my gas, like, driving, like, filming, editing, putting together the video. It's a lot. If anything, I feel like restaurants actually get the better end of the deal, because I'm also tipping out of pocket, right? So definitely a little bit more picky now about the places I go collaborate with.
Yeah, I feel like now I know now too, I kind of know what will do well on Instagram or on social media before I do take the collab. And then already I feel like my schedule, maybe because I put a lot of work or something, But by keeping myself busy, I think that helps me also not go do as many collabs as maybe like when we were like used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think saying yes to everything can kind of hurt you like later on, because like, and that's like something that can be advice taken across the board, no matter, not even for food. But I would say like not saying yes to all the collabs would be like a good thing for you, so you don't get burnt out either. But so what do you think is like your habits now, like when you're like not going to collaborations? Are you said that you're cooking a little bit.
Yeah, like, or not cooking, but I make a healthier food at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll make a salad at home to eat or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I take into consideration about how much protein I'm getting in every single day. I'm, you know, trying to be more active, going out on like my walks and Pilates. And then when I do, you know, because I'm still meeting with friends fairly often to go eat and stuff, but now I'm trying to listen to my body. Like if my body is full, then I need to stop. I think back in the day too, even with collabs, right? Like you didn't want to waste the food because you were like so excited, right? Because you're getting all this really good, yummy food that even though I was stuffed, I would still force myself to keep eating.
Yeah.
And I think just listening to my body when it's full to just stop has really helped a lot too.
Yeah. My boyfriend has this like, he has a very good discipline, but his like mental like fortitude, I guess, he's always like, he'll eat and he'll be like, I'm full, and then that's like he repeats in his head, and then it just comes into fruition about him just really like stopping like to eat, because I think that's what he had like a hard time doing before. But then now I'm trying to like think about that, and I feel like it's kind of working, where I'm like, okay, I'm full, like I'm actually full, like no more, okay, I'm full. But what you put in your body is really like you have to be really conscious of it, because I realize that if I eat like a lot of carbs now, I get so sleepy, and I can't like, I can't drive because I'm like, oh my god, I hate traffic, and I feel so sleepy of what I just like ate.
I feel you. It's carbs are so good. Like if I could eat pasta all day every day, I would, but it's not good for my health. Like I instantly bloat.
That's
up.
Me with meat, I'll be honest. I love meat, but I'll eat anything, like any type of meat, whether it's like chicken to red meat, which is the bad part. Because if you eat too much red meat, it's like kind of bad for you. But I love
that's what I actually learned kind of this year, because I was trying to incorporate more protein into my diet, and I was eating more red meat like at home, because back in the day I would just eat chicken, right? But now I was trying to incorporate more protein into my diet, and like there's only so much chicken a girl can eat. But then I did my like annual blood report and things like that, and now it says I have high cholesterol, and I was like,
it's the red meat.
I think it's the red meat, because everything else, I'm like, I didn't do anything else that could have triggered that. But I was like, oh, the only thing I've changed this year was incorporating more protein into my diet. And I was like, okay, so now I need to lay off the red meat and find other ways to incorporate protein. So now I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna eat like tuna or something, you know? Like
I love fish. I specifically like raw fish. Like I would eat sashimi any day, but then you can't even eat that too much, because
too much mercury.
Oh
I think too much of anything is not good for you. It's all about balance at the end of the day, and just like finding that perfect balance. And it's a lot of it's like social media, it's a lot of trial and error, you know?
I think if I'm really on like a focused like eating regimen, my food rotation recently has been like eating like these breaded chicken tender or nuggets, or like breasts, like a patty looking thing that I get at Costco, and that's like between 16 to 22 grams of protein, and I just basically put it in the air fryer and then reheat it, and then I'll eat it whenever, and that's what I eat as like what I can't figure out what to eat like in the lunch or dinner. So I have that handy like all the time, and I think that helps with my protein. But that one's chicken, so there's only sometimes I love chicken, but there's only, again,
I know, you're like the queen of chicken.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, Nina wants to have a chicken bar at her
wanna have a
future
chicken
wedding.
bar at my
So
wedding.
we're gonna make sure that your
It's gonna
dreams come
happen.
true.
Yeah, I'm gonna have all types of chicken. Like, it's not gonna just be chicken like tenders. It's gonna be like, I want to bring like rotisserie chicken. I want to be popcorn chicken. I want Korean fried chicken, like chicken wings, and then like different sauces and stuff, and that people can like.
a big
toss
chicken
them.
brand just like sponsors
I
your
know,
wedding.
literally,
I
like,
don't know, like
or a bunch of chicken
like
brands.
Jollibee.
Yeah.
What other chicken brands
I want
are
a
there?
chicken bar at my
BBQ
wedding.
chicken.
I want the chicken bar. It'll be have everything, but yeah, I think there's only so much chicken that you can eat, and then sometimes I get really tired of eating really bland chicken, so I
Yeah.
switch it up and then eat. I get like the sushi grade, the salmon grade sushi grade thing
Salmon,
at H Mart,
Mhm.
and then I don't eat rice with it, and I just have the seaweed and then wrap it.
Oh,
And
that's smart.
yeah, but I will say it's probably because I don't want to eat a lot of rice, but.
yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
I need to learn to
Yeah.
be better about.
And then
that.
I go to kava. I love kava. It's like, it's kind of like the Greek.
It's like a Mediterranean version of Chipotle.
Yeah, and obviously, like, I like that they have the calories on the, I guess, the glass, because you can tell how much, like, even sauces like carry a lot of weight and calories and stuff. And like, for example, if you get the garlic sauce, it's gonna be more than just the
I didn't know that. Should we get kava after this?
I'm down for kava.
kava for
I
dinner.
love kava.
Okay,
And then-
we'll go get kava.
And they have the
after this.
harissa chicken. Like, that one has some flavor to it.
Ooh,
And
so
then-
you like kava more than Chipotle?
Oh yeah, like Chipotle. I think they skimp out a little bit.
Not the one here in Santa Monica.
Okay, maybe we'll go.
Yeah.
there.
I used to work at Chipotle too.
Oh.
Yeah, but I would get in trouble because I would accidentally put too much guac in people's bowls, and they'd be like, "Tiffany, too much guac," and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm too generous."
Dang. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I haven't had Chipotle in a while. It's been like maybe last
Okay,
year.
then we'll have to go
Yeah.
soon.
But yeah, I usually enjoy. I think even Chipotle can have good options too if you
Yeah.
don't like do a lot of sauce or like
Yeah.
even guac sometimes has a lot of calories, but it just depends on how much you take. It's better than other.
It's a good
options.
fat, I guess.
Yeah,
with
it's better than
avocado.
other options.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would get kava, or I go to like California Fish Grill, which has like
Ooh, yes, so
they have
good.
the grilled fish,
Yeah.
and then you can choose to have veggies or like
Yeah.
rice on the side, and that's a lot of protein. But yeah, I kind of like rotate with there, and then I drink a lot of protein shakes. Like, honestly, the ones that I eat or drink the most is like this Fairlife, which
This
Tiff
is the
has.
best. Yeah, I have it
This
too.
is the best one. Like, all the
Yeah.
other chocolate protein brands,
They don't
they're-
taste good.
they're fine, but Fairlife one is like the most supreme one.
Okay, that's what my sister said.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I got it is because she like knows all about protein stuff.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have to do the taste test of every one.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
just told me to get that
Yeah,
one. So.
I think the Fairlife, this one, it's nice because it's 30 grams, which some other protein shakes, they might cap at like 20 or 25 or something. But I drink that, and then I actually really like the Boba Protein brand.
I heard it's really good.
I love that brand. Like, I honestly, like, I always drink the matcha powder one.
I heard the taro one is pretty good.
I have the
too.
taro one, but
Okay.
I think taro one, it might not be my ultimate favorite, but maybe it's because
Yeah, but the matcha one is good.
I like matcha.
Does it have actual matcha in it? Like there's caffeine?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, it for sure has caffeine in it because
Okay.
I usually drink the matcha protein powder in the morning, and I mean, I wish I could find another alternative, but it's so hard for me to commit to like another matcha one because like matcha is hard
Yeah.
to find, and like a good like tasty matcha like. I feel like they got it
They
down.
got it down.
Yeah.
Does the boba protein come with boba like tapioca pearls, or it's just the drink?
It's just a drink, and it's just a
Okay.
powder. I feel like they might have like tapioca pearls, but I'm not really sure if they
that
do.
you could like add to it.
Yeah, but I do know that Boba Protein brand has a new cereal now. Yeah, that
Oh, a
just
cereal.
a cereal. Yeah, so that one has protein in it.
That's
So
cool. I'll
yeah,
have to check it out.
um,
have you seen the videos on TikTok? I don't know why I keep getting it about the clear protein.
I have not seen that one.
Okay,
What is that?
apparently it's like a clear protein that you can just add to like a drink, like your lemonade or something like that. It has 20 grams of
What?
protein, and it's clear. It has no taste. So you just add it to your drinks, and then you drink it, and it
It tastes like water. or
like it just tastes like refreshing, like it's good or something. There's
like a
no
liquid
taste.
IV or something.
Yeah. So people,
That
I
sounds
keep
good.
getting videos on that. I'm not sure why, but
Interesting.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
seen that one before.
maybe we can do like a little taste test
I
of
know.
that.
Yeah, the other one that I really want for protein, also from the boba protein, I get the Vietnamese coffee. Yeah, that one's really good. I
Wait,
think they have regular coffee too, but I like the Viet coffee one.
but they have it's the protein powder.
Protein
version?
powder. It's protein powder flavored Vietnamese coffee.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's
so-
cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
so those are my two like go-to for like protein powders. But then
Okay.
I've tried like other ones, like the ISO one. There's a Fruity Pebbles one
Mhm.
that I got, and then another one like a ISO vanilla ice cream.
knock.
Yeah, yeah, like
ISO knock.
yeah. That one I feel like they said that one's the best protein, but then I actually couldn't find another Fruity Pebbles one because it's always out of stock. So I got this vanilla ice cream thinking I was going to just be really good, and I actually did not like it.
Aw.
So then I gave it to my boyfriend. I was like I don't like this anymore. So I'd rather just pay the money for like the boba protein,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, but you know, I also have been trying not to. I'm trying to make sure that I'm eating like protein powder that is like good, as close to natural as possible, because there's some protein powder. It's like literally made out of worms. Have you
What?
seen that? Yeah, it's really weird. Like
That's
there's.
so nasty.
It's so weird. Like I don't know who thought that. Oh, I should eat worms for protein.
Do
but,
worms
like,
have protein in
I
them?
think they do actually, or something like that. Like they basically have like these, I guess, worms, and then they like grate it. Is that what it's called?
like grind it up.
Yeah, they basically grind these worms up, and then it turns into like protein, and then they like grain it down so fine that it becomes powder. You know, so yeah, that's why I have to be more particular on what protein, and maybe that's why I only like my. Matcha boba.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's actually so I don't know which ones they are that have like that are made from worms or something, but like it's a legit thing. I always see it and I'm like, that's gross, but
That's
I guess-
actually insane.
yeah, so I think also like it's good to get protein from other sources.
Yeah.
So I mean, chicken is usually like the best safe one, but
Yeah,
then
chicken is
yeah.
lean too.
yeah, and I
so-
love eggs. I would eat eggs any type of form.
Same. But I heard eating too many eggs is not good for you.
Yeah.
Too. I guess too much of anything is
I
not
know,
good for you. Like,
it's whatever. I'm gonna still eat eggs. I love eggs. I like eating boiled eggs or like it as an
Me
omelet.
Too, but
Yeah,
my friends,
They
some
don't
of
like
my
it?
friends pick on me for eating hard-boiled eggs.
really?
Yeah, I have a friend.
Dude,
who
I
will-
lived off of that. I literally lived off of that.
My friend Dan always shits on me. I'm sorry. He always picks on me for eating hard-boiled eggs.
Dude, that was my life. I'm like actually not kidding. Like when I was in college, like I literally eating only one egg a day, and it was so bad for me. But I mean, I lost a lot of weight. But I'm not telling
Yeah.
you to do that. But I would eat boiled eggs, so it was just easy because it was still solid, you know.
Yeah.
Because like omelet is like kind of too thin sometimes, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to make a whole thing with
Yeah.
a pan. But yeah, eggs
Have
are
you
the best.
seen wraps that are made of eggs?
Wrap? Wait,
Like it's like a it looks like a tortilla, but it's made out of eggs.
wait, the Vietnamese one or the crepe one?
No, just like no, I see what you mean though. But the ones they sell like Trader Joe's or Costco, and you can make like a morning breakfast wrap with it. It's like really thin layer. It's just like it looks like a crepe almost,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's made out of like eggs.
That's cool.
Yeah, so you get an additional like 5-6 grams of protein
That's
if you were to
pretty
make
good.
breakfast, and you can just like wrap your like lunch
I
wrap
like
in it or something like that. Yeah.
I like that. No, I
Yeah.
feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because you
I
can
like-
use that with any type of
Mhm.
like, you can fill that with anything.
Yeah, and it's like healthy. So
Mhm. Yeah. Ooh, I'm getting hungry now.
I know we'll have to go get coffee after
Yeah,
this.
like this is not very good, but I did not really eat before I got here.
Same. We didn't
Yeah.
eat, and then we each had the Fairlife
Yeah.
protein drink and some.
I'm surviving. No, I
chocolates.
survive off that. I'll be honest. Like I can, like I'm not saying it's like the best thing, but I probably, if I'm not focusing on it, I can probably just eat like a meal in the afternoon and then wait in the day. But
I feel like when I was younger, I could go about my day like just skipping some meals,
yeah.
and I'll be fine. But now I've noticed like if I'm up in the morning, I don't always eat breakfast,
Mhm.
but I'll eat it like an early lunch. But
Yeah.
sometimes I'm so hungry, I can't focus on work until I've eaten something.
Yeah. I mean, that's your body telling you, like,
Feed me. Yeah. Listen to your
Yeah.
body, everyone.
Yeah. There's this really good. Okay, my favorite like protein cereal right now is actually called Catalina Crunch. It looks kind of like Cinnamon Toast Crunch because it's like squares, but it's protein and it's like 11 grams of protein.
Does it taste really good?
It's so good. It's not like, it's a little hard, but it's really good.
Is it expensive?
No, I don't think so.
Because you know, like Magic Spoon is really
that
good.
Magic Spoon's pretty expensive.
It's expensive. It's so good though,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's a little.
You should
pricey.
get Catalina Crunch. Like I think they have a couple flavors. Like they have a regular flavor and then a cinnamon flavor. But I eat that all the time, and sometimes I'll just eat that as a snack, and I don't put milk in it or anything. I'm just like, even
That's so good, healthy
but
snack.
I will say sometimes that like later in the day, if I'm like still hungry, because I find that if I eat, it's kind of like I'm breaking my fast or something, and that gets me hungry later. But then, like if I eat dinner and I'm like I'm still feeling hungry, I'll probably eat that.
It's like
on
a
the
good
side.
dessert.
Yeah, it kind of feels like dessert.
It's like a sweet treat.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
healthy.
but healthy. Yeah, and I'm still intaking protein. So
and then you have it like with milk and stuff.
I can't have it with milk. I think it tastes better with the milk, but then if I'm just
Yeah.
eating it as a snack, I'm just gonna eat it by itself. And I think the conscious act of like picking, because they're so small, like picking at it makes me feel like, oh, I'm working-ish for my food, and it's taking longer to eat, so that means that I'm eating a lot of it. So that's what my mind is thinking. I'm like, oh, like, I'm definitely gonna get full from this, even though it's like half a cup or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, Catalina Crunch, it's my favorite actually. But
I've never heard of it, but
yeah,
I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah, you can find it at Costco, I think. But I think it's available like in grocery stores, but
Okay.
maybe in a smaller version.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that stuff. But yeah, I have to be really like, if I'm on a good rhythm, I have to really be focusing on my food, and I can't really like eat anything else, and I have to really be mindful of what I'm eating, even if it's at home or like outside.
Okay.
But yeah, I think now I don't guilt trip myself a little bit, I guess, when I'm going out, because sometimes I do feel like really guilty. I'm like, oh my god, I shouldn't be out eating and stuff like now, because I feel like
it.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's honestly like it's all about balance, and you shouldn't deprive yourself of something. You know, it's portion control at the end of the day.
Yeah. How's your water intake?
It's good when I'm at home. But when
Yeah.
I'm not at home, it's actually pretty bad.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's like I can go and not drink water because I don't want to have to constantly pee. And then I could go like a whole day without peeing, which is so bad. So at home, though, I'm like constantly drinking water because I have an easy access to bathroom. But when I travel, I've noticed I don't drink much water. But it's because I don't want to have like I travel in places that don't. There's maybe not like bathrooms that are accessible.
Yeah.
Or even like when I travel on planes, sometimes I don't drink water so I don't have to use the bathroom.
Yeah, it's really hard, especially if you have a middle seat.
Yeah, exactly. And like, or I love the window seat, and I purposely choose the window seat because I also know I don't have to use the bathroom, so I don't have to bother people and crawl over them. But I should probably drink more water.
I know.
You drink a lot of water.
I drink a lot of water. Like I was like
show them
suffering.
your water bottle.
I'm like so like
You drink multiple of these
I have
a day.
so many hydro flasks. Like I literally have like maybe 6,
Dude,
7
hydro
hydro
flasks.
flasks.
Sponsor Nina.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I've been so committed to hydro flasks. I'll be honest. Like when everyone shifted to the Stanley Cup, it's like no hydro flask because you can still hold it and stuff. Like, like you know, like I can hit someone if I really want to. Because if I'm just holding a Stanley, like you know, like I don't think I could really
with the little straw.
Yeah, I know. Like, why am I gonna poke at it? But seriously, I feel like I literally aim to drink 4 hydro flasks. So this is 32 ounces. So usually like 32 times 4 is like almost a gallon.
Oh my god.
Or I mean, I think it's a little over a gallon actually.
I should drink water now then.
Yeah,
I need to catch
okay,
up.
we can take a water break.
Okay.
Do you have your water? Where's your water?
I don't have water. Okay, no water break for me.
Oh,
No, you go for it. We gotta make sure you're on schedule to finish 4 of your hydro flasks today.
Yeah. That was good. Yeah. And the thing is too, I actually already drank like a bottle of water before.
Oh, nice.
Like another one of these already before I got here because I usually like drink through the night and I drink like in the morning and I'm so thirsty. But yeah, I have to be very like, I need water. Like, that's one thing that I think I've been always good at since I was a kid, because my mom wouldn't really let me drink coffee, and she wouldn't let me drink, or I mean, I could drink soda, but I don't think I really liked the bubbly taste, so I didn't drink a lot of soda. So I only really drank water and hot chocolate. So but now I kind of have the same like patterns, which I actually still don't drink
Building
soda.
good habits from a young age.
I still don't really like soda, but I have
Same.
taken a liking to coffee, especially
Oh, that's
Vietnamese
good.
coffee. So
Yeah, I can't do soda because I can't do bubbles.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I
she
can't
do
burp,
bubbles.
so
Yeah, dude, I
it's
feel
a
like,
problem.
Yeah. You know, I think sometimes like, you know, this is so random, but I thought when you are losing weight, you're basically like peeing it out, or you're like,
Oh my god, I
number two-ing it.
wish.
Yeah, I know, and I didn't know that it wasn't like that, but technically it's like when you're working out and stuff and you're really like burning fat, like it's your body's kind of expelling like the weight that way, because it's like, I don't know if it's like CO2. Maybe I'm just getting this wrong, but
Some sort of gas.
I remember. Yeah. I imagine that when you're like working out, you're not just like, of course you're not like pooping it out. You're just like expelling it when you're breathing out, when you're like sweating and whatever. So I'm like, you know, that's why I forgot where I was going with this, but that was just
I'm like so I'm like, where is this
no.
going?
Oh, I think it's because of the burping. Because
yeah.
like every time like I burp, I'm like, I'm losing weight or something. So, but yeah, I think water intake, I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I was in Asia, I was suffering because like we didn't have a lot of, there's not a lot of water, and there's no places to fill your water. Like,
You just
especially
have to buy water.
yeah, you have to buy water, and then I would just get bottles of water, and then like in our group we would be sharing kind of like water, and I was like, dude, I could drink that whole thing by myself 3 more times.
Oh
like
my God.
like, but I was really trying hard to not drink as much because I knew that it would be a hassle to carry the water.
Yeah.
And then if we're sharing it with people, it's hard. But I like Japan though, because they at least had vending machines, so I could buy water.
That's true.
Yeah, I was buying it like left and right because I was so
Dang.
thirsty.
I would literally just carry a small bottle of it in my like Uniqlo bag, and I would have that for the entire day.
The dumpling bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dumpling bag from Uniqlo is supreme.
Yeah.
It can fit anything in
It
there.
could fit everything. I fit phone, charger, this DJI camera, a whole water bottle,
Yeah.
a hairbrush, my wallet,
Yeah, that was
and
the
like
same.
3 lippies.
No,
Like,
same. Yeah, I could literally fit anything. Like I put in a whole shirt with a water bottle and like,
got a
like
whole
my,
outfit change
and
in
my
her
battery
bag.
pack and my wallet, like all in this like
Yeah.
in this dumpling bag from Uniqlo. Like I should have gotten more because
I know.
it's been so helpful.
And it's so cheap there too.
It
I
is
bought
so
one
cheap,
the
yeah.
year before, the pink one, and I brought it to the
Oh,
Philippines.
I should have brought
And it was so handy. And then I got
Yeah.
another black one this
Yeah,
time.
it's way cheaper in Japan. I got mine from like Florida when I was at Disney World, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, but I should have gotten more in Japan because they were like, I think they're equal to like almost $9 or $10.
Yeah, it's like $10.
But then in
Here,
America it's like 10.
20.
Yeah, it's like double the price.
Yeah.
But yeah, that dumpling bag is the best thing that has ever created. I think it's the shape of it because it's like, I don't know if it's like the U aspect or
I
like the
think
way that the
so.
bottom is, because technically it's not just a dumpling where it connects from like 2 sides to one lining. It's like there's 2 sides and then there's a 3rd side that covers the bottom,
Yeah.
like almost like a triangle. So
Yeah.
fits everything. I love that dumpling bag. But, yeah. Maybe another episode we should talk about our fashion style
Oh
as how it changed over the time, because my fashion style is just dumpling bag. It goes with everything.
It goes with our brand though.
Yeah.
Our brand is literally a big
I
dumpling on our
know.
logo.
We need to get like we need to design our own dumpling bag or something.
Merch.
That'd be our merch.
Okay, we'll start
We'll figure
working on
out.
it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out because we will not copy Uniqlo because they're very unique. But we'll figure
Yeah.
out a different way to create a bag that fits all. Yeah,
That would be cute.
yeah. But yeah, the dumpling bag. If you don't know about it, you should go find it on Google because we keep talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so food wise, I think. Do you feel like you're better now, or you're like?
I feel like I'm in a good place. I obviously like think I could be a little bit more active, but I feel like I'm really happy with where I'm at right now. and maintaining my weight
Mm-hmm.
and just being healthier in general. Because
Mm-hmm.
like after my last blood report too, it's just like there's definitely improvements from the year
Mm-hmm.
before, so I'm quite happy.
Do you think you're gonna change the way, like, are you gonna try different activities instead, or do you think Pilates has been the go-to for you?
I think Pilates has been the go-to. Walking and Pilates. Like,
Mhm.
I think low intensity workouts are better for me.
Mhm.
I think actually high intensity workouts make me more hungry and then I eat more.
Mm.
And that actually causes, like, you learn all this through trial and error.
Yeah.
So low intensity workouts are better for me because I'm not left starving afterwards and then stuffing myself with more food,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, what about you though?
I think I definitely have to go back to my rhythm of going to the gym, but I need to really lock in with my, like, I have to really match my eating with like working out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes when I go on trips and stuff, it kind of messes up my routine, and I think I really get caught in not being able to return to the routine after like a vacation or something really big happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I know, at least now I know what the steps look like and that I can get results from it. So definitely gonna just keep doing the same thing that I'm doing. And I think I would like to try Pilates, but I have to figure out a time to do that.
Yeah,
Because
I'll
I do,
take you
because
with
I
me.
do, because in contrast, I do like doing like I like lifting like weights or like pushing myself in that way.
Okay, you
So-
can teach me how to lift weights, and then I'll take you to Pilates.
Yeah, Pilates.
And then we can vlog about it for you guys to all
Yeah.
watch. I'm sure it'll be
It'll
entertaining.
be
entertaining to watch me lift
I
weights.
I can only imagine Pilates. Like I can see how hard it is, like with the
Yeah.
reformer and stuff. But yeah, but working out with like the gym, I love my gym. It's really nice. But yeah, I think just incorporating that and just sticking to the schedule, because it's not just about like trying to get in like the most intense workout. It's about the discipline of going consistently and every day. And our friend Diane, she mentioned this to me before, of like someone like a YouTuber or something, who said that it doesn't matter if you have like a 2-hour long like workout, even a 30-minute workout is enough to go. And if you do that like every day, that's better than nothing. So
Yeah,
which is
or even
true.
just going on a 10-minute walk every day, you'll see results. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely would agree that you just need to get yourself moving, because I don't want to be like later down the line where I can't move because I didn't do the due diligence for my body. And I feel like even now, like we're in our like 20s ish. And now that when you like go into your 30s, it's like your new 20s. So I have a feeling like you have to really do good to your body so you can keep up with your new 20s and your 30s.
Definitely.
So, yeah. But yeah. But I guess that concludes the end of our episode. I love talking about like with you about like wellness and like health. I feel like it's a really like important discussion, and as foodies it can be very hard to find that balance. So
yeah, we'd love to hear your guys' experience too with food, positive, negative, everything in between.
Yeah,
and
it can be a very open discussion, because it can be a very hard thing to like overcome, especially like if you're in this space, or if you're not doing like content creation and you're just a foodie, and finding that balance, it's also very difficult. So
but we're here for you.
And if you have any questions, let us know down below. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Just One Bite Pod,
and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah. So we're here every Tuesday. We'll have a new episode, and just come back to check back and see what we've got. I feel like we have a lot in store still, and hopefully by the time you're watching this, you've seen all the other episodes we've created thus far.
And if not, go back and watch
that playlist. Watch that playlist.
Yeah,
we have some exciting guests coming in like very soon, and we want to continue the discussion. But
anyways, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.